12, Greg Hoffman. Number 24, James Holcomb. Number 40, Greg Dever. Number 42, Brian Maxwell. And now the starters for Marymount High School. A 6-foot senior, number 3, Jordan Kelly. 5'7" senior, number 10, Joe Duran. Number 15, a 6'1" senior, Sam Amos. 6'3", playing forward, and the senior, number 32, Mike Donovan. Final senior in the starting lineup, 6'1", number 34, Mac Phillips. Now for your city ranked Indiana Hill High School Braves.
He can't hear you. Can you hear me? All right, he can hear me, but he can't hear you. Put that closer to your mouth. Talk on that. Who can't you hear?
Number 5, Mike Lucian. Number 10, Shay Donovan. Number 20, Ty.
Joe Duran setting up the wing. Mike Donovan with a long shot, and it's not going to fall. Stephen Buddig with the rebound, and he gets stripped of it, but comes back up with the ball. And he's going to push it up the floor for the Braves. Michael Scherpenberg on the wing. Phil Madden setting up the offense here for Indian Hill. And Michael Scherpenberg feeds it in to Stephen Buddig. Stephen Buddig's going to take a jump shot, and that one's going to fall, putting the Braves ahead 2-0. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we've been having some technical difficulties here, but we'll do our best. So that's going to be tipped off of Brandon Miller, and number 34, Mac Phillips, is going to take the ball out for Marymount.
Can you hear me? Wait, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry about that, folks.
Big Will Nolte comes down with that rebound, and Brandon Miller's pushing it up the floor. They flip it out to Michael Scherpenberg for 3. That is the golden touch, ladies and gentlemen, and that one's going to fall. And that'll extend the Braves' lead to 5 with about 5.5 left in the first period.
Hey, Paul? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
And that's going to be a long shot by Marymount. Will Nolte again with a huge rebound up to Stephen Buddig. They're pushing it up the floor here. Over to Michael Scherpenberg, who's going to take another long shot, and that one's going to fall as well. So Michael Scherpenberg is going to make another shot from the corner, and he is just hot. He's got that golden touch going for him. I look for him to make a lot of key baskets here tonight. Well, the Braves are coached by Jim Prue, and Marymount's forced to call a timeout there because they really do not know how to defend Michael Scherpenberg with this 7-0 lead here in the first period. So this is the iWireless game of the week, and there are tons of fans here for both teams, both Marymount and Indian Hill. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen this packed of a house. So we're back under play after the timeout, and Joe Duran's going to bring the ball up for the Warriors. Indian Hill's putting some pressure on early. Mike Donovan with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to pass it over to number 3, and Brandon Miller's going to tip it away, save it, throw it back in. Number 3 comes up with it. Phil's all over the ground for the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball. And that's going to go to the Braves. Brandon Miller taking it out now. He's going to pass over to Phil Madden. Phil's going to set up the offense here for Indian Hill. He looks into the corner, back out. He forces it inside to Brandon Miller, who takes a jump shot and draws the foul on Joe Duran. That's going to be the first foul of the game.
Fouls on number 10 for the Warriors, Joe Duran, his first, team's first.
again. Brandon Miller is going to shoot the foul shot, and that one's not going to fall. That's surprising. Miller is usually pretty good from the foul line, but he'll set up to take his second one here. Let's see if he can't put this one in. And Marymont's trying to set up some offense here. Mike Donovan. Now they're driving to the basket, and that one's rejected by Brandon Miller. That was just a huge play. Great elevation there. Schoenberg over to the corner. Brandon Miller. Pass it back out to Phil. Phil's going to set up the offense here for Indian Hill. Miller drives inside, forces one up, and does not get the call there. Mac Phillips setting up, and Brandon Miller gets a tip. He's taking it all the way to the house. He gets fouled. He does not get up on the dunk there, but he gets fouled on that one. The foul was committed by number 34, Mac Phillips. So Marymount already has 2 fouls in this game with 5 minutes left. The fans are chanting Miller time here. They thought he was going to dunk for his first foul shot, and that one's going to fall. His second shot's not going to fall, but Michael Schoenberg with the rebound, and that's tipped out of bounds. It's going to remain Braves ball. The Braves lead the game 8-0 with 5 minutes left in the first period. Stephen Buddig into Miller. Miller's going to put that one up. That's not going to fall. And Joe Duran to set up the offense here for the Marymount Warriors. Into Mac Phillips. Mac over to Mike Donovan. Number 3 with the long three-point shot, and that one's not going to fall. Brandon Miller's pushing it up the floor for Indian Hill into Stephen Buddig. Stephen Buddig's going to put that one in. No block or no charge call. That's interesting there. Score is currently 10-0 with about 4 minutes left in the first period.
Number 23, John Beatty, reports into the game for the Braves.
So John Beatty checking into the game. He's going to replace number 24, Stephen Buddig. And Mac Phillips to take the ball out for Marymount. Indian Hill's defense is really holding them tight here. They're struggling to get the ball in. And they're going to pull up and shoot the three-pointer. It's going to hit the top of the basket, so that's going to be ruled a dead ball. And Indian Hill's going to bring it out. So Phil Madden is setting up the offense over to Beatty. Beatty looking inside into Miller. Will Nolte with the ball, and that one's just going to fall out of bounds. Wasn't the best pass into Will. So Jason Holcomb with the ball now for Marymount. He's going to shoot the three all alone, and that one's going to roll in and out. So Marymount still has no points. John Beatty passes over to Phil. John Beatty gets the ball back into Miller. Whipping it around. Sherp throws it out. Miller from about the foul line doesn't fall. Sam Amiss is taking the ball off the floor. James Holcomb with the ball now for Marymount. Passes over to Mac Phillips. Mac Phillips to Sam. Sam's going to shoot the three, and that one's going to fall for Marymount's first basket of the night, cutting Indian Hill's lead to 7 with 3 minutes left in the first period. John Beatty had some trouble on the defense there and got a traveling call there. As Colin Bonenkamper checks into the game, the Braves currently lead it by 7, 10-3 with 3 minutes left in the first period. Jason Holcomb with the ball here. Mike Donovan over to Mac Phillips, back to Jason Holcomb. James looks for the three. Almost thrown out of bounds there, but recovered by a Marymount player. Mike Donovan with the ball. Indian Hills playing a simple man-to-man here. Really doing a great job of it with their help side defense. Forcing Marymount to shoot the outside shot. Mac Phillips is going to pull for three, and it's not going to fall. John Beatty with the rebound, pushing it up the floor for Indian Hill. Marymount's running a 3-2 defense, and their zone's pretty effective, stopping Big Will Nolte inside. Beatty hustles after that one. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there, but I think we're back now, and Mike Donovan's going to shoot the three, and that one's going to fall. So that's going to cut the lead to 4 points.
In the game for the Warriors, number 12, Greg Kaufman. For the Braves, enters number 33, John Wolfenden.
John Wolfenden entering the game. He's going to replace Will Nolte. And James Holcomb to bring the ball up the floor for Marymount. Looks around, they're trying to set up some offense here. Jordan Kelly draws the block foul on John Beatty. John Beatty usually pretty good about getting the charge calls, but his feet just were not set there. And that's going to be a blocking foul against the Braves. So Sam to take the ball out for Marymount. Over to Jordan. Jordan shoots that shot, and it falls.
Number 3, Jordan Kelly.
That's going to cut the Braves' lead to only 2 points with about a minute 30 left in this first period. Colin Bonekemper back out to John Beatty, looking inside to Brandon Miller. And John Wolfenden is going to draw the holding foul.
The holding foul on number 24, James Holcomb.
That foul is going to be on James Holcomb.
His first, team's third.
And Marymount already has 3 fouls in this game. So Colin Bonekemper is going to take the ball out here for Indian Hill. Colin looks over to Phil.
Fouls on Mike Donovan for the Warriors. That's his first, team's fourth.
So John Wolfenden is going to be on the foul line here for the Braves.
Andrew Kariakis reports into the game for
And that first one's going to fall for John Wolfenden as Andrew Kariakis enters the game to play point guard for Indian Hill. And he sets up to take his second shot.
He puts his shot up, and that rattles out. And that's going to be Braves ball. And the Warriors head coach is not happy with that. He's pointing over to Colin, saying he tipped it out, but clearly that's Braves ball.
You got to wonder if they're not going to throw the technical here. The coach is getting
That's right.
way too intense.
He is getting way, I mean, the refs, I think they're just going to pass up with that just because of the atmosphere we got here with this huge crowd and all the noise. So pass over to Miller. Miller's going to go in for 2. That's going to fall. That's going to bring the Braves up to 13, and Marymount remains at 8.
It's good to have you back, Andrew. With all the
Yeah.
technical difficulties we had.
I mean, it's just the crowd. They really just threw us off here at our video production, so
Definitely.
I'm happy to be back.
You know, that's a good reason to be thrown off. So number 15 with the shot. He really elevated on that one, but he's going to
Yeah.
draw the foul on John Wolfenden.
And John Wolfenden, he made a good effort trying to stop that guy from actually getting the basket in. So that's a good job here. And Greg Kaufman's going to go to the line for 2. And he's going to make his first shot. His second shot's up. And that does not go. And Brandon Miller with the rebound. No, it's tipped over to Wolfen and back over to AK. So lucky break for the Braves as they retain possession. And we got a tip pass here. Collins going to launch it up back to AK. And that's just luck, man. Wow. John Wolfen going in for 2. No, he gets his own rebound and he is fouled by a host of Warriors. You could have picked any 3 of the people that nailed him. So John Wolfenen's going to go to the line for 2. Ty Snow's at the announcer's booth checking in. We'll see who he goes in for. John Wolfenen sets up for his first shot. He puts it up, and that's good. John Wolfenen's going to set up for his second shot. He puts that up, and that's also good. So that brings the Braves to 15. They lead by 6, and we have a we have a Braves timeout. And here come our cheerleaders on the floor. That's Nikki Newton and Kurtly Kremholz with the tumbling for IH. So far, it's been quite the interesting game. Mariemont's been able to round up some points here in the later minutes of the first period, even though Indian Hill got off to such a great start. And I'm just happy to be here. My headset wasn't working all right. And so finally, after a lot of working, we got it together. So I'm here now with Peter Carr. So we're going to come back after that brief timeout. It's going to be Warriors ball, and they are down by 6 at this point. Ty Snow checked in the game. And out for him is Michael Scherpenberg.
Interesting, Michael Scherpenberg had some good shots.
Yes, he did.
He's got that touch. It seems like it's just flowing tonight.
He had that long 2 and that great 3. And we got 10 seconds left. Mariemont's trying to get the last shot here.
James with that shot, and it's not going to fall. It's going to remain Mariemont ball. Guess that one rolled off Beatty's hand.
I guess so. So they got 6.6 left to try to score. Indian Hill's just looking for a stop here. And we got some good defense. That's not going to go. Air ball. John Wolfen's got it. Beatty's got it for the last shot. And he passed off to AK instead of taking it, and that's not going to count.
I mean, Andrew was wide open. You got to know what time's left on the clock, though. So
yeah,
I think Beatty should have taken it, but he was looking around for a better shot.
Yeah. And here comes the I crew out on the court. They're giving away T-shirts. I don't know if you guys know how loud it is, but I can hardly hear myself think.
I can't even hear myself think. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're really handing them out right now. In fact, the little kids are trying to reject the person was throwing out the thing.
So how do you think the Braves have been doing so far?
I think they've been playing pretty well. They came out really strong with that 7-0 lead.
Yeah, they did.
And then actually, I think they extended to 10-0. But they've been playing really good.
They came out very strong. They got the score to 10-0. But then their defense started breaking down. I guess Mariemont started making some shots.
Yeah, that's really it. Mariemont started making shots. Indian Hill's defense is playing great. They're prohibiting them from shooting the inside shot, but they're forcing them to take the outside shot.
And Mariemont's just coming up with them, so.
As long as forcing them to take a three-point shot is great defense.
Yeah.
Mariemont's 3-2 defense is kind of affecting Indian Hill's game. We're not being able to get into Will Nolte in the post.
That's true. So it's going to be Warriors ball.
Mac Phillips take the ball up for the Warriors. And he's going to pass over to James. James setting up the offense here for Mariemont. He's going to throw it over to Mike Donovan. Mike Donovan for 3. And Brandon Miller with the rebound for Indian Hill. Michael Scherpenberg with the 3. And that one's not going to fall. Mike Donovan with the ball for Mariemont, trying to set some offense up with some head nods.
I thought there'd be like a 3-second call there. He stood still for an awful long time or something.
Assist for Mike Donald, 2 points for Greg Hoffman.
So Phil Madden with the ball here. He's going to pass over to Michael Scherpenberg. Scherpenberg into Nolte. Nolte's pretty far out there. Scherpenberg, had the wide open three, just bobbles the ball, and he's going to get called with a double dribble. He did put the ball on the floor, but he never really had control of that pass. So
I don't think he did have control, so.
If he would have gotten the rhythm, that looked like it would have been in.
I think so. He just
But
fumbled
Mac
the pass a
Phillip
little
takes
bit.
the ball out for the Warriors, and Mike Donovan, their center, is going to set up the offense, so this poses some problems for Nolte. He's going to have to play some defense that he usually doesn't play.
Yeah.
So Mike Donovan again with the ball. And they're going to shoot a layup, and Brendan Miller comes down with the rebound. So how about that foul before by Marymount and Brendan Miller? I don't know if you saw that, but he had the wide breakaway for the dunk, and Marymount made sure he didn't dunk the ball. It was a pretty hard hack.
And right there we had John Wolfenden. He got fouled after the rebound on Sherpy's missed three. So he'll go to the line for two. He sets up for his first shot as Coach Prue's going to have a word with Madden. And Wolfenden makes his third free throw. He's going to set up for his second shot. And he that just hit off the rim.
Wolfenden almost got his own ball back there.
Yeah.
It was a good hustle. So James with the ball, driving in. Mike Donovan with the ball back to James. James is really a three-point specialist, but he's a point guard, so he's going to set the offense there. Donovan driving in, passing off. Number 12 is going to put up that shot, and it's going to fall.
And so Will Nolte's going to pass it into Phil Madden.
Yeah, the brothers do get a little confusing at times.
Yeah. And so Phil he's going to pass it back to Sherpy.
Phil's got the ball again.
They're having problems trying to find something. Finally, that pass is taken away by Marymount. Marymount's going to take it down the court.
James setting up the offense here for
Phil Madden with the ball now for the Braves. And Sherpy pops a three. That's going to go.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah,
Golden
right there.
touch, baby. Golden touch. He
And-
loves that corner. That's where he's made all his shots from tonight, is that
Definitely.
corner.
And he is a real crowd booster here. You want to get the crowd in the game, you just give it to Sherpy, and he'll make sure it happens.
He makes stuff happen over there in that corner.
And that's what you're talking about, that matchup between Donovan and Nolte. He's going outside, and Nolte's not used to playing that kind of defense. Miller with the ball for Indian Hill. He's going to pass it into Nolte. Nolte's double team. He's still going to go for it, and that's going to rattle out.
Nolte definitely should have passed the ball back out. He had two open guys on the perimeter.
Yeah.
It's good to force in shots because he doesn't get many opportunities, so he's getting a little angry probably down there working real hard in the post to get the ball, but you just got to be a team player sometimes. So Nolte comes away with a big rebound. Huge play for the Braves. And the fans are just raining down Nolte. They love his play.
You see Madden pointing over to Scherpenberg, saying he was open, but he didn't get the pass. And finally Scherpenberg, there we go, he puts it back for two. Bank shot that bounces a little bit and then falls.
There are quite a few guys sitting at the line right now just trying to check into this game. Phil Madden just tries to get through that screen, and wow.
And there we get a charge. It's a good job by Scherpenberg planting his feet and making sure he gets that.
That's some great defense by Michael Scherpenberg there.
And I'll tell you what, we're getting an all-star game for Michael Scherpenberg tonight. He is racking up the points and playing some hardcore defense.
He definitely is, and he's getting offensive rebounds. That's great play. You need more guys on the floor like that.
And Wolfenden goes out for Budding. Budding's going to pass it in to Madden.
We have two new Marymount Warriors as well, number 15 and number 12.
That's Sam Amiss and Greg Kaufman. Miller with the ball right now. He's going to pass it out to Budding. Budding's going to pass it back out to Madden. He tried to drive in there, but didn't find anything.
Miller with the shot, and that one's not going to fall. Mac Phillips is going to pass over to Joe Duran, and Joe Duran's going to set up this Marymount offense. He's back into the game now. So Joe Duran just dribbling it out to Sam. Sam with a shot, and that one's not going to fall. Will Nolte with another rebound. That's quite a few for him tonight.
We're going to pass over to Budding. He's going to put it in for 2. No. Oh. We got a foul on Miller.
That's a push in the back. I don't know about that call.
Back. Oh.
But maybe there was a little contact.
The fans were not happy about that because he made a shot, but it did not count.
So Mac Phillips setting up the offense here for Marymount. Indian Hills picking up the pressure a little bit on defense. Mac kind of out of control there. They'll pass it over to Joe Duran. Joe Duran driving in. Back to number 12. Number 12 is going to shoot it. That's not going to fall. Will Nolte, he tips it to another teammate. And Phil Madden's pushing the ball off the floor for Indian Hill.
Sherpy with the ball right now. Pass it over to Miller. Miller to Budding. Budding's looking. Madden's pointing to him again. He keeps pointing to Sherpy, who's continually open. And we get a block shot, and then Nolte gets a rebound off the block.
The reason that ball ended up there is because Madden really drove hard to the basket, and it was hard to stop, so the ball was still going forward, and Nolte comes up with a great rebound there and puts that one in.
Yeah.
But then Phil's going to commit a foul on the other end of the court. That'll be Indian Hills' 4th, comparison to Marymount's 7th.
Yeah. Marymount's really gotten into foul trouble early. We'll see if this continues through the night. If it does, I think we'll probably see some players foul out or at least have to be benched for a while.
Yep.
And so far for the Braves, Scherpenberg's already in double digits. He's got 10 points on the board right now.
Yeah, the interesting thing about tonight, this game was delayed so much because, first of all, the freshman game had about 33 fouls in the 4th quarter. Look at the JV game. I've never seen 35 seconds take so long.
Neither have I. And the Warrior misses his first shot, and Indian Hill takes a timeout.
Time to find out which lucky Indian Hill fan will be competing for the iWireless prize pack.
So you got to wonder what Coach Prue's thinking here. They got a pretty good lead, but probably not as.
I don't think it's as much as Coach Prue would like at this point.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be okay with it and just tell his guys to get his head in the game and score some points and play some hardcore defense.
Watch this, I'm about to train it.
That was David Kariakis, who's going to be shooting at halftime.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, since this is the iWireless Game of the Week, they chose a fan who registered, and he's going to have 60 seconds to shoot a layup, a free throw, and a 3-point shot. And if he does that, he has the opportunity to win a outrageous deal. This is a cell phone from iWireless.
That's got to be nice. You know,
yeah.
Dave's a good kid. I don't think I could have gone to a better guy.
Yeah, you're right.
And he gives high fives to everyone down the line.
And his second foul shot is no good, so he misses both of them. Long pass by Miller up to Budding. Budding passes over to Miller. Miller to Madden. Budding back to Madden. Trying to find something inside. Finally, they find Nolte, and we got a foul on Nolte.
You got to wonder, Dave's a pretty athletic kid, so you think he can do it in 60 seconds? That's what I'm wondering.
I think he can. He's played basketball before.
He has been a basketball player for quite some time. And he stopped playing in high school to just concentrate on football and lacrosse.
You know, it's interesting because the fans earlier were cheering, "I can't hear you." And I don't know about you, but I can't really hear anything at this point.
It's just so loud in here. So Nolte misses his first attempt, and Marymount's going to sub in Mac Phillips. So Nolte sets up to take a second foul shot, and that one's not going to fall either. That's really surprising. Will's usually pretty good on the foul line.
I think maybe the Marymount fans might be getting to him with that cheer they've been doing.
So Mac Phillips over to Joe Duran. Joe Duran to Greg Dever. He's going to shoot that one, and he's going to pop it right on top of Will Nolte. Nolte kind of softened up the defense there. And Marymount's in a 3-2 now.
Yeah,
Way across.
Yeah, we got a long pass. And Nolte for 2. No, that's not going to go. Rebound Marymount. And they're going to slow it down, call a play.
Greg Dever again takes the long three-pointer, and he drains that one too. That's some great touch there. That's a real mismatch for Nolte. They need to switch Miller onto that player and put Nolte on somebody else. So Nolte's going to draw the foul there, I think. And he'll be on the foul line. And the fans are just getting into it here. I can't understand what the Marymount fans are saying, but Indian Hill's saying, let's go IH. They're chanting Nolte and they're doing like a chop or something. I don't quite understand
And he nails it now. He's got those jitterbugs out of him and he's hitting his free throws now.
The thing about Willis, he likes the pressure. When the pressure's up there, you know, he'll put him in.
And there he goes, barely touching the net. That you can't be more perfect than that.
So Joe Duran to bring the ball out for Marymount. And he's really pushing it up the floor. And you gotta wonder if number 40's not gonna shoot. He's been hot the last 2 times. So Mac Phillips with the ball now, back to Joe Duran. Over to number 40, and Sam's gonna take the long three-pointer. That one's not gonna fall. And Marymount comes up with a rebound there. Nolte really up and on him now, tips the ball, and that one's gonna go out of bounds. It's gonna remain Marymount ball. Nolte's really picked up his defense on
he has. He's
Greg
really,
Denver.
even though he's got that daunting task of guarding someone he really is mismatched with and he's not used to playing that defense, he's really stepped up and he's putting his heart into it.
He really is. So Greg Denver again with the ball. Nolte's picking up the defense. Nolte's gonna give him a little shove, make sure he doesn't get by him.
Yeah.
That's a pretty smart foul, actually.
Yeah.
Prevents the easy basket there. And it's gonna remain Warrior ball, and they're gonna take it out of bounds because they're not yet in the bonus. There are only 5 team fouls on the Braves. So the Braves are pretty much out of foul trouble, especially with the depth of their bench.
And Indian Hill's really looking to stop Marymount from scoring here with only 46 seconds left. They would have liked to have a much larger lead at this point. For example, against the Madeira game, they had a 10-point lead at the half.
So Michael Scherbenberg with the rebound there.
Scherbenberg's going to take it down for Indian Hill. Pass over to Madden, and finally into Nolte.
Indian Hill's really struggling with this zone now. They just got to exploit the holes, and then Marymount will get probably back into a man-to-man.
I think once Indian Hill starts making their shots a lot more, once they start making shots, they're going to be
Nolte got hit there again, and they're just not calling the fouls. That's a jump ball. That's a really interesting call there.
That is a very interesting call.
Seemed like Miller got nailed on the arm, but I guess not.
Marymount Warrior runs the wrong side. Guess he didn't realize that jump ball still remains Indian Hill's ball.
Yeah, Greg Dever just took off down the floor. I guess he thought Marymount had gotten possession, and they didn't. So Indian Hill really needs to keep composure here.
Yeah.
Sam Davis and
Calm down a little bit.
The Warriors and number 33.
Indian Hill is only up by 5 right now with 23 seconds left in the first half.
So Marymount with the ball. They're going to try to put the last points on the board. They got 15 seconds to do it. And then put in a 2. We got 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
Just made a great drive there. See if Indian Hill can't put one in here. Miller into John Wolfing. John Wolfing is going to have that one for the last shot of this game.
And that's going to be the last points of the half. So Indian Hill leads by 5 at the half. It's Indian Hill Braves 27, Marymount Warriors 22. So this is very interesting. Against Madeira, they had a 10 or 12-point lead at the half. And Madeira beat Marymount, so this is very interesting. I would have expected better out of the Braves.
I definitely would have expected a lot better out of the Braves, especially considering last time when they played at Marymount, they had a lot better showing than this, and that was early in the season.
Yeah.
It seemed like things were clicking. They're a little bit slow. They're having trouble with that defense that Marymount's running. It's real intense, the 3-2, and they're just not being able to exploit all the holes that are in that defense.
That's right, and you know, Marymount has just really been making their shots. They're making them solid. So even though Indian Hill's playing some intense defense, it's not really helping them so far because Marymount's making all their shots.
And if he makes
They
a
are.
3-point shot, he wins a new iWireless cell phone.
And we have a really exciting halftime show for you. David Kariakis, a senior, is going to be shooting here.
Jackie, get there. What? Your name's gotta be on TV now.
Tell him to operate the other camera.
Burgess, get the other camera.
We don't have a camera on this at all. The cameraman all wet. We don't have a cameraman at all. So Dave's going for the three-pointer now. Whoa, that was way off. And Dave's going to take this final one. With time counting down, he's got 3 seconds left. Let's see if he can't put this one in. See if he's the clutch player that I knew he was, and he didn't make it. But he did make the first two baskets.
Let me talk.
And I'm sorry, viewers, we did not have any visual of that. Apparently our cameraman took an early break for halftime. Didn't realize we were taping the halftime show here. And they're just throwing shirts out right now. And we'll see you later. We're going to take a short break here for halftime. And the Braves lead it by 5 points.
Half of play, Indian Hill is up 5 with 22 points. The key change that Indian Hill needed to make was that matchup right there between Donovan and Nolte. Nolte just cannot guard him. They need to change who Nolte's guarding, and they haven't so far. I was very surprised. I thought that they would have put Miller guarding him, but I guess not. And there's Sharpenberg for three, wide open, can't answer.
It's just not the right side of the court for Scherpenberg. You know, he's been hitting from the left side, not the right. You gotta know that.
And Marymount misses the easy layup.
Yeah, they do.
But they've cut the lead to only 2.
So Mac Phillips with the ball now. He's gonna throw over to Joe Duran. Mike Donovan with the ball. Mac Phillips steps in, fires up the shot, and that's not gonna fall.
Yeah,
Will Nolte with the rebound.
And Scherpenberg pass over to Miller. Miller's gonna go in for 2, short jumper, and Marymount gets a rebound, and Steve Budding gets called for a foul.
That's an over the back foul. Budding
Yeah.
was really hustling after the ball, but did not have position there. And just got charged with the over the back. So the Braves, this is really a low scoring game for them, you know?
Yeah, it is.
At all the games we've seen lately, they're usually at about 40 points or so by halftime.
I
so.
mean, they've actually scored 27 points in 1 quarter of play, so this is a very low scoring game.
Definitely, really low scoring for them. So Phil Madden's playing some tough defense on Joe Duran. Into number 15. And that's a wide open layup for Sam. And Sam's going to hit that
And
one.
Indian Hill really needs to get this game under control. They're a much better team. They need to start acting like it.
And that's just a fundamental mistake there. And Warriors are going to come up with it, push it over to Mike Donovan. Donovan looking to throw it back to Joe Duran, and he does. Joe Duran setting up the offense, and Phil's going to pick up a little more pressure here. Really going for the steal. Mike Donovan with the ball at the three-point line. Looking back out, set it up. Joe Duran setting up the offense now. Mike Donovan over to Mac Phillips. Mac Phillips back to Joe Duran. Mike Donovan with the ball, and that one's not going to fall in and out.
And Scherpenberg gets a rebound after it's tipped to him by Phil Madden. Pass over to Miller. Miller's going to go in for 2. Oh! And there's no foul. I do not understand that. That's obviously a block.
Definitely was. That was just horrible. There was no call. There's no call there either. It should have been at least a jump ball or something.
Yeah.
The refs are really losing some control of this game. Wolf's in there to help pick up the defense a little bit on Mike Donovan. He adds a little speed on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully he can get as many rebounds as Will Nolte's been getting tonight, though. So Mac Phillip throws it in, and that's going to be an out-of-bounds call, and that's going to be going to the Braves because his foot did slide out of bounds there.
And that's a big break for the Braves. They need to take control of this game, and so do the refs at this point.
So Stephen Budding with the ball, fires it to Michael Scherpenberg, looking inside at Miller, back to Michael Scherpenberg, over to Budding. He's going to fire that one. That was just a good movement of the ball around that zone and open it up wide open in the middle.
Steve Budding's a real solid player when it comes to jumpers, just like that.
So now the Braves lead at 31-27 with 5 minutes left in the third period.
Oh,
Mac Phillips is trying to make
that was
something
very
happen.
interesting.
That almost could have been a travel if he would have caught that
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, he went up for the shot, and then Scherpenberg comes to block it, so he just kind of like dropped the ball. And
He was looking for a pass there and just couldn't get the pass off. So Marymount really trying to push it. Number 15 almost nails the cameraman down there under the basket.
Yeah.
That's got to be a scary experience.
Definitely, I've been there. I know.
Just got to duck there or something, you know. So Phil Madden's going to bring the ball out for Indian Hill.
And Phil Madden with the ball now. Pass over to Scherpenberg. Scherpenberg's going to fake to Budding and go back to Madden. Now he goes over to Budding. Budding looking for something. Over to Scherpenberg for three. Yeah!
That's all that left corner, the golden touch. I think the left corner on each three-point line should be now called Scherp's corner.
Oh, man.
Definitely Scherp's corner over there.
Scherpenberg is just an all-star. Marymount's going to call a timeout. And Indian Hill, they started to take control like they normally do.
You got to look at Scherp's shooting so far this game. He's definitely hot in the left corner.
Oh, yes.
Around the baseline. So, you know, I keep looking to feed him right there. He's hot. He's got the golden touch from the left side.
Definitely. You look for Scherpenberg open, that is what's going to win Indian Hill this game.
So the score is 34-27 with about 4.5 minutes left in the third period. And you really got to wonder if Indian Hill isn't going to pick up their defense a little bit, trying to create some
turnovers, yeah. They've been getting lucky because Marymount made that. They overthrew number 15 last time, and that got them the ball back. They also, Marymount missed a couple of layups that were quite easy, and so that's really given Indian Hill this opportunity to take a lead once again and take control of this game.
You're not seeing too much transition basketball here because both teams are hustling back and forth down the court to play defense. So Indian Hill's not really getting a break with their steals because Marymount hustles right back on defense, and so Indian Hill's doing the same when they throw.
That's
turnovers.
right.
So this is a really even game here.
And so we're going to get back here after the timeout. Marymount's got the ball. Indian Hill with a full court press, a loose full court.
So Mike Donovan with the ball. He's going to go to James. And James going to set up the offense here for Marymount. Back to Mike Donovan. James is going to shoot the three, and that one's going to fall.
Yeah.
He was great last year when he played JV. He could make the three-pointers almost as good as Scherpenberg.
Scherpenberg into Wolfen in for two. No. And Stephen Budding really getting some elevation there and tips it back to Madden.
Really came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Just great hustle to the ball for the offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of hustle.
That's really just a true leader, you know, acting with your actions. That's what you need. You need somebody to pick it up on the floor, pick up the intensity, and Stephen Budding really is expressing that now. So the Braves are going to take the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be John Wolfenden taking the ball out.
John Wolfenden over to Phil Madden. Over to Miller. Miller fakes the three, pass it back. Stephen Budding is going to drive in for two. He's not going to get it.
They just really need to finish those easy baskets.
Yeah.
So James is going to set up the offense here for Marymount. And Phil's going to pick up the defense. That's going to be a traveling violation against James. He took a couple of too many steps.
And Indian Hill's going to get the ball back while they lead by 4. Madden's got the ball right now. He's going to pass it over to Scherpenberg. Scherpenberg goes inside to Miller. Miller goes inside to Wolfenden. The ball's on the floor. We got a jump ball. Possession Indian Hill.
Good hustle by Wolfenden getting on the floor there after that ball.
Scherpenberg long pass to Budding. That's tipped, and Budding gets it. Pass over to Wolfenden. And we got Phil Madden in for 2. And he stepped
That
on
was
the
just a
line.
crazy pass there over the head and just trying to make something happen. Something did happen. So the Braves are going to be taking the ball out of bounds here. A little confused about what play they're going to run.
Actually, I think they called a foul. It's going to be remaining Indian Hill's ball. And this is interesting. Collins going to come in for Indian Hill. Scherpenberg's had a great game so far. I think they're just going to give him a breather and then send him back.
And number 40 enters the game, Greg Dever for Mike Donovan.
Budding with the ball. Pass over to Miller. Miller's going to go inside to Wolfenden. That was obvious. Wow.
Obviously a foul in there. I mean, you got to call something. You got to blow a whistle. This is
You
just.
saw Wolfenden just surge backwards as they hit him. And Madden in for 2, and the foul.
They finally call the foul there.
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many fouls before that, but that's huge. That's a huge finish by Phil Madden.
Yeah.
Let's see if he cannot convert this three-point play.
And this will bring their lead up to 7 if he can.
Sam Amos comes back into the game for the Warriors.
So Phil Madden's going to set up here to take the foul shot. And he completes the three-point play, setting the Braves 37 to the Warriors 30. So James with the ball for Marymount. He's going to go over to Mac Phillips. Mac Phillips looking inside. No, passes it back out to Sam. Greg Dever with the ball, fakes the shot, drives in, loses it. They're going to call a pushing foul. I don't know who that's on.
I think it's on Miller.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me too.
Fouls on Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
His second, team second.
So Greg Dever with his first foul shots of the night, hoping to cut the Braves lead. And the first one's not going to fall there.
Yeah.
At the line for the
Will
Warriors,
Nolte entering the game for the Braves. He's going to replace John Wolfington, which is interesting because Greg Dever was the one who made 2 pretty big shots before the half, right on Nolte's. But I think Nolte picked up the defense toward the end, so I definitely think he can guard Greg Dever. Also, John Beatty entered the game. The second shot for Dever's gonna fall.
And Phil Madden with the ball now. He's going to pass it over to Bonekemper. Bonekemper's going to go inside to Miller and out to Madden. Miller's pass is a little high. He fumbles for it a little bit. John Beatty into Nolte. We got a foul on Nolte. So Indian Hill's going to get the ball back.
fouls on number 15, Sam Amos.
So that foul was on Sam Amos. .24 just hits up in the air there. He's going to come away with the steal. Sam Amos with the shot. He's going to draw the foul. I think that foul is going to be on Phil Madden.
I think so.
So the Braves are going to huddle now before this foul shot. Really talking about who's got which man.
John Beatty, his second, team third.
Oh, no, they're going to put that foul on John Beatty. It could have been either one of them, and that's John Beatty's second foul. So Amos hits his first shot. So we cut the Braves' lead to only 5. Amos sets up for his second shot, puts that up, and that goes too. Miller into Beatty. Beatty back to Miller, over to Madden. Madden's going to go to Bonekemper. Bonekemper's going to drive in.
He just
put the
forced
shot up.
that shot up, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just trying to make something happen, but he should look for a pass outside rather than forcing that shot. So Jason Holcomb with the ball right now. Passes over to Mac Phillips. Mac Phillips into Greg Dever. Greg Dever with a great post move. And he's going to finish that one. Cutting the Braves lead to 2 yet again, 37 to 35, with 1:50 left in the third period. Both fans here are really loud, cheering on the defensive side of the
John
ball.
Beatty. Oh, and Miller with the putback. Oh, that's great. John Beatty missed his jumper, but Miller with the rebound puts it back.
So beats Greg Dever again, and Miller knocks that one out of bounds. He was trying to pass it to Mac Phillips, and that's just pretty good defense by the Braves. So Mac Phillips to take the ball out for the Warriors. He goes to Dever. Dever at the three-point line. Nolte's got to pick up that defense, and he does. Amos with the shot. Nolte comes away with a big rebound. Nolte's got some great rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he does. He showed his real skill there. Miller with the ball. He thinks about the shots. He's going to pass it over to Bonekemper. Bonekemper thinks about it too. He's going to drive the baseline again. And they're going to call a travel.
That's a walk, but it stuck to the other player. That's why Colin put it again on the ball, on the ground. I guess he thought,
I don't know.
that it got tipped or something, but it just got stuck on the other player as he was trying to cut through those 2 defenders. So Holcomb with the ball now for the Warriors. And Holcomb's going to feed it into Dever. Nolte all over Dever. Dever picks up his dribble. He's going to pass it in back out to Dever. Dever's going to drive it in, throw it on the ground. John Beatty hustles. That's a real interesting call there. I can't even believe. Oh yeah, it is Indian Hill's ball. So the ref on the right sideline is going to overturn the call of the official on the baseline, which is interesting because you don't see that too much.
But it's definitely a correct call. That's definitely Indian Hill's ball. And Mariemont's coach is going wild over that. But that was a good call.
So Madden with the ball now for the Braves. Madden's trying to just stall for the last second shot. Mariemont's not putting any pressure on him whatsoever. They're running that 3-2 zone and they're going to let him dribble a while.
Over to Colin Bonekemper. It's going to go into Nolte. It's going to remain Indian Hill's ball as it tipped out of bounds by a Marymount player.
That was kind of lucky. I thought they were going to take a three-pointer or a longer shot, but they're really trying to work it into the big man there.
We got 13.4 left on the clock. Bonekemper's going to pass the ball in for the Braves. Over to Madden. 10 seconds left. Madden's going to go out to Beatty out to Colin for three. No.
Nolte almost came up with the rebound there. The ball's on the ground. Beatty's going after it. He's going to throw up a prayer, and that's going to miss. So after the third period, the Braves lead it 39-35. And you got
so Indian Hill, they got off to a good start in the third quarter. They got some points on the board. They extended their lead, but Mariemont's just sticking with them. Indian Hill's really got to set. They've really got to set the precedent for this game, and they really got to get some points.
You really got to be impressed by the way Mariemont's played throughout this game. They've really stuck with the Braves.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game. I mean, they came out to play tonight. It was a big game, iWireless game of the week tonight, and they've come out to play.
They definitely come out to play.
They can maybe knock off an undefeated team. They're cut the lead to 4 points here going into the fourth quarter, so this is a really close game. Let's see if Indian Hill can't pull away with their powerful offense.
All right, so we're getting set to take the court on the fourth quarter. We got a new Brave on. We got Ty Snow coming in for the Braves. Indian Hill leads by 4. They need to rack up the points here, extend their lead. Statistically, they've scored the most points in the fourth period. I mean, we'll see if they can't do that now.
Look at Ty Snow right there. He had the game face on.
Oh, yeah.
He's real serious when he came into the game. So Dever with a long 3, and that's going to fall. And that's going to cut the Braves' lead to 1, 39-38. The Braves really need to pick it up on the offensive side of the ball. So John Beatty with the ball now. Back to Madden. Beatty for the long three-pointer. That's not going to fall. But Ty Snow.
Little Ty Snow with the rebound.
Just great hustle. I told you the game face. When you see the game face from Ty Snow, he's ready to play.
And that ball's tipped out of bounds by Marymount, so it's going to be Indian Hill's ball. They get a second chance.
So Beatty trying to find something inside.
Pass into
Nolte.
Yeah.
Nolte gets stripped of the ball. They really come down on him. That's one thing Marymont's doing great tonight. They're really coming down hard on Nolte. They're double teaming him from the back, and they come in the front with a short little guy just scraping away for the ball.
That's
making
right.
it really hard on Will Nolte. So Holcomb with the ball for the Warriors. They're setting up an interesting offense there, almost like an isolation. Holcomb looks inside, passes over to Mac Phillips. Mac Phillips driving, he's gonna fire one out there, not gonna fall. Will Nolte with another rebound. I don't even know how many rebounds he has tonight, but it's gotta be around 10. So Michael Scherpenberg's gonna check in for the Braves. I don't know when he's gonna be able to sub in though.
Ooh, and Nolte gets fouled as he takes a shot, so he'll hit the line again.
Also, Brendan Miller's checking in, so both of them will sub in after this first foul shot. As long as neither one of them are going in for the shooter.
Will Nolte misses his first shot. I think the fans have really gotten into his head.
Nolte just needs to calm down and play his brand of basketball.
Yeah.
I think if it comes down to it and we have Nolte on the foul line and the game's on the line, that's the thing he dreams of. He'll be able to put it in.
There he goes. He's got it.
So that extends the Braves lead to 2, 40-38 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
We're at a 3 put up, and that's not going to go. And that ball's out of bounds. But no, Scherpenberg gets it. Scherpenberg stripped, and Phil Madden picks up the ball.
Mariemont's hustling all over the place. They're hitting the ground, and that was just a blatant foul by number 40, diving on Phil Madden, pushing him in the back. So Greg Dever, you got to wonder if that's not going to be an intentional foul. That's either intentional or a technical. It's got to be an intentional foul.
It's got to be a technical. He dove on his back.
No, I think that would be more of an intentional foul. I
Yeah,
don't think it would be a
intentional,
technical.
sorry. That's what I meant. Miller to throw the ball in to Madden. That's going to back to Scherpenberg. Scherpenberg for 3. Oh, and Miller puts it back. He gets a rebound and puts it back in.
Should we tell the coach that Sherp's only good from the left side of the floor? He hasn't made anything really from the right. He's great on the left side of the floor, though. That's definitely Sherp's corner.
And that ball's put up. No, that's not going to go. And we get rebound Miller. So Miller's going to take it down the court for the Braves. Pass over to Colin Bonekemper is going to go up for 2. And he gets fouled as he shots.
That guy definitely falls straight into Colin.
Yeah.
That was Greg Copperman with the foul. And the Braves lead it right now, 42-38 with 5.5 minutes left in this game. So Colin Bonekemper is going to set up for his first foul shot.
His first shot's up, and that's not going to go. So the story of the Braves tonight is they can't make foul shots. They need to get these in, or Marymount would not be leading by this. Or, I'm sorry, Marymount would not be so close. I mean, Indian Hill's margin's just not what it normally is at this point.
So Colin's going to set up to take the second one, and that one's going to fall, extending the Braves lead 43-38. So Mike Donovan back in the game for the Warriors. Over to Mac Phillips at the top of the three-pointer to Holcomb. Donovan with the ball now. Long three-pointer by number 3. That's going to be in a push in the back by Mac Phillips, losing a little bit of composure there, grabbing the top of his jersey. And he's got a stern look on his face.
Look at that pouty face, man.
He really did not like that call.
No, he didn't. That's his third foul, or fourth foul. Third foul. That's right. That's why.
Donovan was put on the bench because of his fourth foul.
Yeah.
And he's finally coming back into this game, trying to get the Warriors back into it. So Miller with his first shot, setting up for it.
Miller's usually a real solid free throw shooter, so we should see him hit both of these. No.
He misses the first one, wow. He knows just off on the foul line tonight. 2 guys you usually expect to hit them.
Yeah.
Miller and Nolte just aren't hitting as well as they normally do. So Holcomb with the ball now, over to Donovan. Donovan driving in, throwing something up, and that's going to be a foul against Will Nolte. Instead of sticking his arm straight up, he swatted at the ball, and you're always going to get called for that one.
Yeah. So Donovan's going to go to the line for Marymount. He's going to set up for a shot. He puts it up, and that's not going to go.
So Joe Duran back in the game. He's going to take out
James Holcomb goes out.
So Donovan with his
Donovan's
second shot.
second shot doesn't go. Nolte gets a rebound.
Nolte's been huge on the board tonight. Really contributed to the Braves on the rebounding. Trying to force it into Nolte, and Duran comes up with a steal, hustling back down to the other side of the floor. Back to Duran. Duran setting up play number 4. Over to Donovan. Nolte's really giving Donovan some space there. Mac Phillips with the ball now. Phil's going to come and put a little pressure onto Duran. Close to a 5-second call there. Donovan with the ball with the long NBA three-pointer, and it just lives in and out.
But Colin taps it out of bounds. So it's going to remain Marimont's ball.
Collins a little angry because I think he got pushed in the back there when he was going after that rebound. There was no call. So James Holcomb took a short break and he's already back into the game. So no one's really getting open there. That's going to be tipped out by Colin Bonekemper. Donovan.
Double dribble. There we go.
That's a good call there.
We go.
That's a good call. This game's real close. The Braves are leading 43-38 with about 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter, and the real question is, can they hold on to this lead or extend it?
Colin Bonekemper over to Miller. Miller over to Madden. And we got Sherpy on the left side. Is he going to hit it? Yeah!
He is hot from
right.
that side of the corner.
That's right.
That's Sherp's corner right there on the left side, right in the
Sherpy's
corner.
there on the left side.
Right on the baseline. He is hot right there. The golden touch on the left side.
Yeah.
That should be known as Sherp's corner from now on.
They should just write Sherpy's name on the left side. And Sherpy calls a timeout. He calls a timeout.
But
He
there's a
gets
foul
fouled. He
before
gets
the
fouled.
timeout, so that's even better for the Braves.
Yeah, Sherpy will go to the line.
Sherp's going to go to the line because Marymount does have quite a few fouls already in this half.
And that's going to and Indian Hill's lead right now is 8. He's got a chance to extend it to 10.
Sherp's real good on the base, or on the foul line, not the baseline rather. I'm just thinking about the shot he took in the corner. He's real good on the foul line too, so let's see if he can't put both the first one in and then get the second shot. So let's see what he does. He prepares for his first shot here.
He puts it up, and that's good.
Sherpy's real clutch from the foul line. So let's see if he can't put the second one in, extending the Braves' lead to 10.
And Sherpy's having a huge night. He's got 16 points right now. This will be his 17th. And he makes it.
He is having a great game tonight. Extends the Braves' lead to 10, 48-38, with 3.5 minutes left in this game. So Holcomb with the ball, driving in, passes it over, and that one's gonna fall for
And you
Marymount.
saw Miller fly out of the way. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. He was obviously thrown. But nonetheless, Madden's got the ball right now. He's stalling a little bit. Trying to find something to do, set up a play. Pass over to Bonekemper. Bonekemper doesn't see anything, so he passes back to Madden.
Madden runs into some
Madden
trouble there.
Yeah, he loses the ball.
Holcomb with the ball for Marymount, setting up their offense. Donovan now with the ball. Phillips with the ball. And back to Donovan. Donovan's going to drive baseline, force it up, and that was a clean block by Brendan Miller. I can't even believe they're going to call that a foul. That was all ball.
And they put that foul on Nolte too.
It might have been a body foul against Nolte, pushing him into Miller. I don't know. I didn't really see any contact there by Will Nolte. He's a big guy, so I guess
think
when
it
bodies
was-
go flying.
The ref called it from the back, so I don't think he actually saw what really happened.
So Stephen Budding's going to check into the game for the Braves, and he's going to take Colin Bonekemper out. And Joe Duran as well is going to check in the game for the Warriors. He's going to take out James Holcomb. As Donovan sets up for a second foul shot, and that one's going to bounce off the front of the rim and fall. Cutting the Braves lead to 6. It's 48-42 now with less than 3 minutes to go in this game.
Miller with the ball now. He's going to pass it. He's looking to pass it. And we get a timeout, Indian Hill.
Timeout, Indian Hill.
I don't really know. This game's way too close right now, Andrew.
Very close.
It's a very close game that the
And
Braves
here
are playing.
come our cheerleaders tumbling.
And they're actually going to do the shoulders off signal there. That wasn't the best elevation I've seen by Curly yet this year. I think she really pulled out her full bag of tricks
The full bag of tricks has been let loose.
against Madeira.
Marymount. That's Marymount.
No, but I'm talking about Madeira was their best bag of tricks,
Right.
you know.
Of course, Peter.
So anyways, back to this one.
It's going to be Indian Hill's ball. Miller's going to pass it out for the Braves. He passes it into Scherpenberg. Scherpenberg needs to get on that left side and hit something. And we get a foul under the hoop. And that's on 32. Is he fouling out? He fouled out.
So Donovan's out of
Out of the game.
That's going to be huge for Marymount.
Very
Although,
huge.
if they put number 40, Dever, back into the game, he's made some pretty good shots already in the first half, and we've seen him score in the second half. So he's got a similar ability to Donovan, although not as experienced.
Nolte's going to go to the line. He's 50% for the night so far. He's hit 3 and missed 3. We'll see if he can put these 2 in.
I mean, this is when we really need it. The chants are reminding the fans, I don't really know. I'm having trouble talking tonight.
Yeah, so am I.
So the fans are reminding Donovan that he's out of the game.
I think so.
I don't know if that's going to be better for the Braves or worse, because number 40 has put in some key shots as well.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, number 40 has 11 points tonight. I don't know how many Donovan ended up with, but Dever already has 11. So Nolte with his first foul shot, and that one's going to fall. I told you, clutch. Come through when we really need him in the last couple minutes. So with 2.5 left, the Braves lead at 49-42, and let's see if he can't put this second shot in.
And no, that rattles out. So it's going to be Marymount's ball. Indian Hill leads by 7 right now. And Phil Madden gets a pick.
Gets on the ground. There's
and
hustle
finally
after the ball.
Sherby gets it. He's going to pass it over to Miller. Miller's going down.
Miller throws it down.
Miller time.
That is huge. That is
time.
huge for the Braves.
Yeah.
Pandemonium here. They're going to try to capitalize on the Braves slowdown and celebration. There's a little kiss off the glass by number 3. But
Braves going to take a timeout.
They're going to take a timeout to try to calm down. The fans are going crazy. It's
fans are going crazy.
I can't even believe that one. Brendan Miller had a defender on him, too.
Yeah.
Scherbenberg gets the steal there, just barely gets the ball, freaking flips it over.
And this might have been the momentum change that the Braves needed to take
the
really
fans are just
strong
raining
hold of
down
this game.
Miller time here. I mean, that's just nuts. I can't even believe Miller dunked over somebody. I was talking to Miller before the game and in the halls today at school. I was like, so you gonna dunk tonight? He's like, we'll see. He's like, come on.
We'll see. He always plays it cool like that.
He was like, you know what? We're on Channel 9. I'm gonna freaking dunk tonight. And that's exactly what he did. Not only did he dunk, threw down the 2-hand slam against another Marymount defender. That was just huge breakaway, huge transition. Hopefully that's what the Braves need here to seal the deal. Although they still have 2 minutes left, and the score is only 51-44, but that might be a momentum change for the Braves.
We got 2:11 back, and it's Braves ball. They lead by 7. Passing to Will Nolte.
And Phil Madden tackled by Joe Duran, and there's no call. So Joe Duran trying to set up some offense. Indiana really picking up the defense here.
There they go. And
so Dever with the shot, probably the charge, and they're going to get the call. Great play, way to set up your feet, Phil Madden.
Technical foul on number 10. You saw him swing his arm, and he's yelling at the ref, and he calls a technical foul. That's a good call there. You can't lose your composure.
So you got to wonder who's shooting the foul shots here for Indian Hill. It looks like it's going to be Michael Scherbenberg. He has been shooting the best on the foul line here for Indian Hill. The fans. So let's see if Sherby can't put this one in.
Sherby's going to set up for his first shot. He puts it up. Oh, and it rattles out.
I mean, that's tough, being all alone on the foul line.
Yeah.
I think he'll put the second one in. You miss the first, you make the second.
Yeah.
That's just how Sherp plays.
And there it goes.
See, he doesn't make them both all
there
the time, but that's going to extend the Braves' lead 52-44 with less than 2 minutes left in the game. And it's the great thing about the technical is Braves get the ball back.
So Miller's going to throw the ball in for the Braves.
5 seconds.
So that was almost a 5-second call on the Braves. The balls are on the ground. They're going after it. They were almost
jump ball, possession.
There were elbows swinging everywhere there. Possession arrow is going to go to the Braves, so they're going to.
Wait a minute.
I think. I don't know why 34 hustled down and threw the ball on the ground. I think that should almost be a technical foul in itself.
It should.
I mean, number 3 is classy enough to hand the ball to the ref. I don't know why 34 just stormed down the court like that. A little uncalled for, if you ask me. So, Mac Phillips shooting his foul shot here. He sets up to take the first.
He sets up, he puts it up, and that doesn't go. Miller gets a rebound. Pass over to Budding.
Marymount really picking up their pressure. They have
Budding
hands
over to
all
Miller.
over people, so I don't know how they're not calling a foul for hand checks, but Marymount's pushing. They're playing real dirty ball here.
Over to Scherpenberg, right side. He needs to go to the left side.
I don't know why he doesn't understand the left side,
Yeah.
Sherp's side. Sherp's corner is over on the left baseline, ladies and gentlemen. Sherp has not made anything from the right side yet tonight. Maybe a layup. He did put a putback in from the right side in the first quarter, but he really hasn't made any of his shots from the right side. He's playing great from the left side of the floor. So
And John Beatty's going to come out of the game.
Will
In for him
Nolte's
is
going to
Will
enter.
Nolte.
Will Nolte's got 4 fouls. There's no time to be cautious here. You just got to
Yeah.
play great defense, especially because he's going to have that tough matchup with number 40.
We got 1:25 left. His first shot's up. That's no good. And Nolte gets the rebound. That's why they put him in.
But he passes away, and that's going to bounce. I don't know what they're going to do here. They're going to dispute the call here. It goes off somebody's leg, and where's it going to go here? I'm still not sure of the call here, and it looks like it's going to be Braves ball. It's a great call there. It's a tough call to make.
Yeah.
Marymount coach is really mad about that one. It was right in front of their bench, so maybe they saw something different than the ref did.
Yeah.
But the ref's call is all that matters.
Miller into Nolte. Back to Miller. Miller's going to go over to Scherpenberg. Scherpenberg thinks about it. Pass it back to Nolte. Nolte into Madden. Over to Budding.
Nolte comes to set a screen. You don't see that too often in the Braves
Yeah.
offense.
And
Miller's going to draw the foul on
Yeah.
number 3, Jordan Kelly.
And Marymount's in the double bonus, so this will put a pretty solid foul shooter on the line for 2.
Let's see if he can't perform with the pressure on now. We really need these points to
Yeah.
extend the Braves lead to 10.
He puts it up, and it's good. Real clutch shooter.
So let's see if he can't put this second shot in to extend the Braves lead 54-44, a 10-point lead with a minute left would be just great for the Braves.
Puts up his second shot, and that's going to fall.
That's going to make the score 54-44, a 10-point lead for the Braves.
And we got about a minute left.
Holcomb with the ball over to
And Marymount drains a 3. We're going to timeout Marymount.
Sam Amos with the long three-pointer from downtown. That's the best shot he could get.
Yeah.
They need to make a lot of quick points if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah, they do.
And that was just a clutch shot by him to make. And the Marymount Warriors call a timeout, trying to stop time from running off the clock. There is 55.7 seconds left in this game. So Indian Hill's going to want to stall the ball. And I think Marymount coaches are talking over who they want to foul.
Yeah.
You know, that's the real question. Who are you going to foul in this offense? You got a lot of good foul shooters that come down in clutch situations. I don't know, Andrew, who would you foul if you were the Marymount coach here?
I mean, it all depends, because if Marymount's been watching our previous games, they're obviously not going to want to foul some of these guys like Scherpenberg and Miller. But then again, in this game, they've missed some foul shots. So you got to wonder what's going through his head now and who he wants to foul.
Definitely. I think if anybody's going to get fouled, it might be Phil Madden. But then again, who knows? We have such good foul shooting from everybody. That might be a mistake too. So Michael Scherpenberg to take the ball out for the Braves, and there's a full court press on. Let's see if Miller can't get a breakaway here. Nope, it's not going to work out. Miller's going to come back for the ball. There's already going to be a foul on Phil Madden as soon as the ball comes in. So Phil's going to go to the foul line here for the Braves. And let's see if he can't put these foul shots in.
Fouls on number 34, Mac Phillips. That's his 4th. Phil Madden will shoot 2 for Indian Hill.
So Phil Madden sets up to take his first foul shot.
He puts it up, and it doesn't go.
So it turned out to be a pretty smart foul for the Marymount Warriors.
Yeah.
But let's see if Phil can't capitalize and put this next one in. So John Beatty checks into the game. He's going to replace Will Nolte, so they're going with a smaller lineup here.
And Phil makes his second shot. That's going to take the Braves lead to 8 with 50 seconds left on the clock.
Actually, whoa, Phil Madden
just gets knocked
he gets
over.
knocked down. That's a block foul. I thought that would have been a charge because that was off the ball. Usually you're not going to give it to the offensive player in that situation. Very interesting call.
Very interesting.
But Indian Hill now has 9 fouls, so they're 1 foul away from the double bonus as well. So this is no surprise here tonight. We've had a lot of fouls in the freshman game, which delayed the JV game, and then a lot of fouls in the JV game, which delayed the varsity game, and now the varsity game's going on, so let's see how long this 47 seconds really is.
Yeah.
Nolte comes in the game for John Beatty, and Sam Amos to take the shots for Marymount.
And his first shot is no good. Brandon Miller with the rebound, pass over to Schertenberg.
The hands are
Schertenberg
all
is
over him.
fouled.
I can't believe they didn't call a foul earlier than that, but
They did.
they're going to let a little time run off the clock here.
We have such a big crowd. Normally we might have a Ranger. This time we have 2.
Just
This
2?
time we have 2.
Just 2? I'm surprised. Marymont's fading out a little bit. They're not that big, and I can't even see the foul shot. Andrew,
Yeah.
you're going to have to call this one. I can't see it. We have too many fans here tonight.
Well, Schertenberg setting up for his first shot. He puts it up, and it's good. So Schertenberg's a real clutch shooter. He gets the MVP award, in my view. He's hit 19 points. 19. He is definitely the key player in this game.
He's definitely had a great game. He had a great game last week against Kings as well.
And he puts in his second, so that's going to bring him to 20 points.
The problem with Scherp, in the beginning of the season, he had that injury after
He
football.
injured his hand.
So he was out and he wasn't into the rhythm with basketball. And the football season going on longer, he hurt a couple of the basketball players coming back. But he's really picked it up the last couple games.
You know, Peter, this might not be as important, but I think it hurt his Halo and Halo 2 game as well when he broke his hand.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Because I definitely don't. I've played with him before, and he's still good.
Yeah.
He still destroys. Anyways, back to the real task on hand. The Braves now lead it by 10, 57-47, with 43 seconds left in this game. The real question is, how long is this 43 seconds going to be? Marymount tends to foul a lot at the end of the game, and the refs are calling it. So,
yeah,
as we've seen in the previous 2 games earlier to this one, so this could probably take another 10 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's going to be up to Marymount how long this takes, how long they take to take their shots, and how long they take to foul. They're obviously going to try to foul right away.
And they're going to be quick on the offensive side of the ball, trying to shoot, trying to come back. 10 points is a lot. That's 3 3-pointers and another shot to give you the lead. So that's going to be some quick points. Indian Hill's going to back off a little bit. They're going to pick them up at the half court now. And we got a really small lineup in now for the Braves.
Yeah, we do. I think he's going for the quicker lineup like that. Phil Madden getting a tip there, almost stole the ball away.
Quicker. I mean, we can put a lot of defense on because we know they have to shoot the 3-pointers too.
Yeah.
They're not going to go inside. They're not going to look for the 2s. They're going to look for the 3s. So James Holcomb from way downtown, and that one misses.
Miller tips the ball out to Madden. Madden over to Buttig. And I'm very surprised we got 20 seconds left, and they're not fouling.
So the fans are raining down just like football, reminding them of their homecoming night when they had the slogan, "Roll the Hill," and that's not going to happen tonight at all. In fact, the Braves are just going to roll over here and end this game.
And Marymount's really going to class act. They had 40 seconds left, and they did not foul.
That was a lot faster than the other 2 games.
Oh,
43
yeah.
seconds is actually 43 seconds.
So, after 4 periods of play, the final score is Braves 57, Marymount 47, and Marymount really stuck with them.
Marymount came out for a big game tonight.
Oh, they
it was
did.
the iWireless game. They came
They
out
did.
huge. They were ready to play. Played a great game, held within 10 of an undefeated Braves team. In fact, the only undefeated team in the city, not even the CHL, in the city.
That's right.
That's huge.
And so both teams had an excellent game. Like I said before, MVP goes to Michael Schertenberg with 20 points. It's just amazing performance out of him. And so this has been Andrew Burgess.
And this is Peter Carr.
And we're signing out from the Wigwam here at Indian Hill Gymnasium. Until next time, see ya.